So I'm Spencer Siefker. I'm a student at Saline High School. I'm on the rowing team. I'm currently enlisted in the United States Air Force. I'm in the process of trying to get selected for Special Operations Pararescue. I am an Eagle Scout. I like cars. There was actually a rapper from Saline who blew up last year, Light Skin Danny, and we're currently working on an EP. So that'll be dropping early January 2019. I came into freshman year. I think I weighed 98 pounds. I was only a couple inches shorter than I am now, which is not saying much. But since then, I've put on about 50 pounds. And really, it's just kind of changed. Being on the rowing team has changed who I actually was, because I think I was on a different path. And when I decided to join the rowing team right there in the beginning, I think that kind of set me right on track again. So last year was actually the first time that men's boats from Saline went to compete at the national level in America. And I was one of the people that earned a spot, and that was really huge to me. Being able to compete at such a high level is something that I would never have expected from myself in the years past. So I've come a long way. So my freshman year, I made it to the lightweight 8 with a lot of the other senior, junior, varsity lightweight guys. That was a huge accomplishment for me. We took a lot of first place medals, and the fact that I had so much success my freshman year just kind of laid out a foundation for me as an athlete going forward. I just felt very confident about myself, and honestly, the sport just kind of became something more than just a way to stay fit to me. It became so much more. It was who I was becoming. It was making me stronger mentally, physically. I've always been pretty into music from an early age. I think when I really started actually getting into music, wanting to understand music, wanting to learn more about artists and everything was early in middle school, and it's just kind of carried with me. Yeah, I really enjoy rap music, and that's what's inspired me to try to, get into the rap game a little bit. I DM'd Light Skin Danny, and I was like, hey, what's it gonna take for me to make it on track with you? And he said, well, you'll have to pay me, and you have to send me an audition tape. So I was like, okay, I can do that. So I just took a video of me rapping, and I sent it to him, and I'm pretty sure his response was something along the lines of, dude, I can feel the energy, fire emojis. So after that, we decided, okay, I think me and you could, we have some good energy together. We could really make something happen. So we decided to make an EP. It's gonna be 4 songs. We've already purchased the beats. We have our lyrics together. We've already got our time at the studio scheduled, and big things are going to be happening early 2019, so get ready for that. Yeah, I do some. I'm a pretty casual backpacker. I like camping. I do a lot of camping. I wouldn't say I do a lot of backpacking, but I do a lot of camping. But I did actually go on a trip to Isle Royale, and I did a 50-mile backpacking trip. It was 5 days. It was one of the best and worst experiences of my life. But the worst, the bad parts of it that made it the worst experience of my life was actually what made it the best experience of my life, because there was some parts where I would have given anything to just leave the island. But then when we got to the last day, I wanted to stay. It was a great experience, and looking back on it, I have no negative memories from it. At one point, we were 4 hours into one of the day's hikes, and we had several hours left to go, and we had passed a water source about 2 hours before, but there hasn't been any water sources since, and there wasn't going to be for another few hours. I think it was every 30 minutes we just got a little sip, some tiny little sips, and we were just sharing it until we got to this disgusting creek thing that we filtered this water out of, and it was orange. That trip honestly changed me a lot, because before that I was sitting indoors playing video games for 12 hours a day on Saturdays and Sundays, and honestly I just didn't really have motivation to do anything. But then I went on this trip, and it kind of forced me into this environment where it's I can't be weak. I can't be just sitting there oh, I wish I was playing computer games right now. Kind of changed, one of the things that changed the direction I was going. So why I decided to join the military, I guess it was kind of a spontaneous decision of mine to go into the Marine recruitment office and talk to them. I hadn't really considered it before. So I go in, and he's talking to me, and I'm learning about a lot of the benefits that you can get from the military, and a lot of stuff nobody ever hears about. They never talk about it at school. After I went and talked to that Marine recruiter, it was kind of like an eye-opening experience. Like, this is definitely the route I want to do. So I went in and I talked to each branch, and I finally decided on the Air Force because of special operations. There's a job you can get, pararescue, where they have a wide range of duties, but the main one is going in and saving fellow Americans who have been wounded. And I think that that's really honorable to be able to put your life on the line, go into enemy fire to go save someone who's been wounded and bring them home. I definitely look up to everybody who's ever joined the military, because it's a big decision to make, and I'm really proud of myself that I'm making this decision. I get to go serve the country, and whatever your job is, you're still serving the country, and that's important. These last 4 years in high school, I have went from going this way to going this way. I'm a completely different person than I was, and honestly, it's for the best. I have a lot more motivation than I used to have. I work at Walmart, and I put in the hours there. I make money. I bought my own car. This is something that even my parents didn't think I was ever going to be. My parents thought I was going to be a loser my whole life. So did I, but I have honestly changed. Like, I have went completely 180 different direction, and I'm really proud of myself for what I've accomplished so far. And I'm just so excited for what I'm going to be accomplishing after high school. I'm just excited to get going and start having a purpose and accomplishing things and just continuing to make the strides that I have made coming in through high school. I see a lot of potential in myself, and I want to go save some lives, whatever that be, even if I don't get into pararescue, if I'm a combat controller, if I'm on EOD, whatever. I want to go save lives, and I want to protect America, and I just want to accomplish a lot of things and have Spencer Siefker mean something more than just a name.